Hello! Hello friends. Welcome back to Beer and Beauty. It's Kasha. Today's a pretty sentimental day because after I shoot this video, I think maybe even today, I'm gonna take down this filming setup. I'm gonna put away my lights. This is the last video I'm gonna be shooting in this apartment right now. And hopefully my neighbors don't make too much noise so I can shoot this without having a ton of noise in the background. Yeah, it's gonna be an empties video. I have to get rid of my trash and throw it away because it would be really silly to take my empties cross-country with me to shoot an empties video, so we're gonna do that right now. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about living here in Massachusetts and all the things that are happening. I'm getting really sentimental. I think these are thoughts for probably another video, so. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and get into today's libation of the day. It's called, I haven't even taken a look at this. It's just something I picked up. It's a beer and Beauty, and it's called True North, brewed on Boston's North Shore. Oh, it's called the Northern Haze New England Juicy IPA. It looks like that. And it's from the True North Brewing Company, and that's their logo right there. Northern Haze IPA is brewed with unmalted barley and wheat atop a blend of base malts to provide a full mouthfeel and a heavy haze. Fruit-forward ale yeast and ample additions of American and Southern Hemisphere hops provide aromatics of passion fruit, stone fruit, and berries. I'm excited. I wonder what this is going to taste like. Oh man. I think one of the main things I'm going to miss about New England and California is going to be juicy IPAs like this. Like, I can definitely tell that it's a little hazy, a little unfiltered, really juicy, lots of stuff going on, hoppy, just the stuff that I love. Here we go, 6.7, so a little on the high side, but not out of control. But you know what? Not the most hoppy thing I've ever tasted. It's actually a little bit smoother than like most treehouse beers, and it's really good. I can't wait to go through my empties while chilling with you guys and drinking this beer. So without further ado, let's get into the empties. So here, oh boy, it's pretty full. I got, but I am using a bigger box because I've got a few things that are like large items in here, like large full-size items, which is gonna leave up a lot of space in my boxes as I move. But I can't wait to go ahead and get into this stuff, you guys. So I think what's gonna happen because I'm doing this move is I'm doing my empties from I'm basically doing all of my empties from the day that I'm shooting this. So today's January 6th, and I'm probably not going to do another empties video until the end of February. I'm not going to do like a January empties just because I'm going to be busy doing moving stuff. And yeah, I have a lot of pre-filmed like declutter videos. I'm going to try to post at least 2 every week for all of January. So I think I have enough pre-filmed content to post for you guys, but hopefully I'll create some content upon arriving in LA. I'm probably gonna do like an empty apartment tour. That might be interesting because then it will be interesting to show you guys like what it looks like after I decorate it and stuff. So I've got lots of thoughts going on in my head right now, but we don't have to talk about that because that's not what this video is about. This video is about empties. So without further ado, let's get into the empties. I think the way I usually go is I start with vitamins. So I do have a thing of vitamins right here. This is from the brand called Rainbow Light. It's the Women's One Plus Superfoods and Probiotics. Nourish your body for energy and vitality. I don't think I'm gonna buy this again just because I already take a high potency probiotic and this has probiotics in it, so I feel like that might be too many probiotics. It's not like I got sick or anything bad happened to me while I was taking this vitamin. It was fine, but the capsules are really big. They're like that big. They're a pill that's hard to swallow. And not only that, but it's not like I feel sick. I actually do feel a little bit more energized when I take this stuff. I don't know. I'm still on the hunt for the perfect woman's supplement that isn't like full of sugar and gives me all the benefits that I want it to give me. You know, I'm still kind of looking for that. So this isn't it, unfortunately. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. Moving on. And I guess next we'll go into skincare. And I suppose we shall start with cleanser. So I used up this cleanser in the month of December. It's normally orange. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Anti-Aging Cleansing Gel. It's just like a little mini, but it lasted me like almost, like definitely a whole month. Especially because this is an exfoliating cleanser. I didn't use it every single time I washed my face. I try to switch it off with other things. It has a really fun smell, which I like. Yeah, it's like fruity. It's a grapefruity or something like that. It's a glycolic acid cleanser, but it's also got fruit extracts, and fruit extracts can be a type of chemical cleanse. This product apparently is unique, one of the more effective and unique forms of that like fruit cleanser. I don't know too much about it, but I definitely felt like my skin felt clearer, more cleansed, a little bit tighter, but also exfoliated. It's a good cleanser. I would welcome it back to my life, but I would never pursue it. But it was definitely very fun to try. I'm grateful to have tried it. Yeah, I do believe that either Beauty Within or Serum did a video about chemical cleansers, chemical exfoliators, and they mentioned this product. So maybe I'll try to leave that video down below for you guys to check out if you wanted to learn more about this like third type of cleanser. Not an AHA or a BHA, but like this third type. And that's what this is. I also like the texture. I like the gel texture. It was really easy to work with. I think it would be an easy cleanser to get on with for noobs, you know, somebody that's kind of new to skincare. Like if you want to introduce like possibly a chemical exfoliator into your routine, this might be something worth checking out too. Definitely like go to Sephora and get a sample. Okay, I have a ton of toners in here actually. So I think that's the only cleanser I used up this month, but I have a ton of toners in here. First off, I made a point to use up the rest of my Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peel packets because they were gonna expire in December. And yeah, I used up the rest of them. Here they all are. I love this stuff. A lot of people really love the extra strength Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peel pads from Dr. Dennis Gross. But I don't know, I kind of like having a more like gentle version of it just because I am someone that has dry skin, so I don't like having things overly dry out my skin. And I don't know, I don't like to exfoliate all the time. Even though my hydrating ingredients that I put on top, like my serums and my moisturizers, they sink in better after a nice fresh exfoliation, and that you definitely get that from this stuff. And this is a great product. It just, you know, I've mentioned this briefly, I think, in most of my Empties videos. If you guys want to check out more of my Empties videos, I do believe I have a playlist. So check out my playlist of Empties videos if you want me to talk at length about these pads. But it says right here, expires 12/2019. Just trying to use stuff up. I tried to use up a lot of stuff throughout the year because I've been anticipating this move all year long, and I'm so glad that I was able to use up a ton of products this year. But I think I would like to welcome these back into my collection one day, but I'm not going to pursue these anytime soon just because I've discovered so many great chemical exfoliators and toner. You know, I consider these a chemical exfoliator, but I also kind of consider it as a toner. It kind of resurfaces your skin, smooths it out, deals with the texture, all the stuff. It's a little bit exfoliating, and I think a lot of toners do all those same things. So one of the reasons that I'm not too fond of the packet system is because of environmental waste reasons. I think it would be more sustainable and effective to just use like a toner or something. This is a piece of Sephora gratis that I've had kicking around for years, and I finally... This is the Martian Mattifying Melting Water Gel Toner from Sunday Riley. It looks like this. It is a really fun product to play with. I think one of the most unique qualities about this toner is that it comes out like kind of like a cream gel and then just turns into water when you put it on your skin. One of the most powerful active ingredients in this toner was salicylic acid. So when I first got it in gratis, I was a little bit afraid of it because I'm not someone that's prone to breakouts and I don't have oily skin. And this product, I think one of the claims of this product is that it like mattifies the skin and tightens pores and tries to like reduce the production of oil in your skin. And because I'm a dry person, I actually do not want to limit the production of oil in my skin. I want oil. I'd like to produce more oil. Oil prevents you from aging as quickly as you need to. So I was always a little bit afraid of that because of that, but I actually recently learned that salicylic acid, I actually don't know if this has salicylic acid. It's got manuka, marshmallow, and bentonite. I don't know anything about bentonite, but I know a little bit about marshmallow, and I know the most about manuka. And if this does have salicylic acid, like many of the other Sunday Riley products that have the green packaging do, I learned that salicylic acid is actually a great ingredient to use on psoriasis to kind of help with psoriasis. So I sometimes get psoriasis along my hairline here, and I've been using this toner in that hairline area, and also anytime I have any kind of breakout, and I finally used it up. It took me, I'd used this toner like once or twice all year long, and I finally used it up this month. I do feel like it helped like clear up that area, control the salicylic acid, and helped knock out breakouts anytime I did actually have them. And it's a fun little product to use. I think you'd like it a lot better if you were an oily person. I'm not going to repurchase it again because I'm too dry for a product like this, but I definitely feel like it would control oil on an oily person. Okay, I have yet another toner here. I still actually have a little bit left in this little guy, but I'm really impressed with this toner and how long it lasted. I bought it when I emptied out my fresh toner earlier this year. As you guys know, last year in 2019, I was in a no-buy, replacements only no-buy. And one of the things I did empty out was toner. So I got one of these guys. So I heard from Beauty Within that this toner was really good. It's the Thayer's Witch Hazel toner, and it's the rose petal scent. I did enjoy this. The best qualities of this toner are its price point, its size, its scent, and it is pretty effective. It does like tone your skin, I suppose. It does resurface. It gives that extra layer of cleansing power, especially, and I think the Witch Hazel, if you're oily, would control your oil. I'm not going to repurchase this toner anymore because I feel like it is a little bit drying for me, but I did enjoy using it, and I'm going to use up the rest of this bottle so that's why I'm including it in this empties video rather than trying to keep it for the next one. This is a pretty large bottle, so it'd be nice to clear out that space. And yeah, it's cool. I like it. I would recommend it, but you know, another bummer about it is that it does have a little bit of fragrance in it. It is low down on the ingredients list, but the only reason that they would add the fragrance there is obviously for the effect. And I do like the smell. A fan of rose, and this has kind of like a fresh rose scent, which I like, but I don't like that there's fragrance in it. The fact that it's a little drying on me, I feel like over time it could start irritating me. And because of the fragrance, I think I'm going to not repurchase this toner, but it was, like I said, fun to try. Alright, so I guess next step is going to be masks. I have a few here to talk about. I think the first mask I used up this month was this PTR mask. This is Peter Thomas Roth, and this is the Hungarian Thermal Water Atomic Mineral Rich Atomic Heat Mask or something like that. Yes, that's what it's called. This is a fun little product to use. This little mini took no time to use up. This is actually, I think, had maybe 3 or 4 uses in it. But it is fun. I definitely feel like it exfoliates really nicely. It leaves your skin feeling really nice and soft, touchable. But you do have to totally follow it up with a moisturizer. The experience of using it is really interesting and fun too. It does kind of heat up a little bit, but only for like a flash second. And I think when it heats up, it like purifies your pores a little bit. It's nice. Yeah, it's exfoliating, it's nourishing, it's warm, it's purifying, a nice little mask. Oh, and it's resurfacing. Like it does have a little tiny bit of like a very fine grit, so it's like nice to rub it into your skin gently to get a little bit of physical exfoliation going. And I'd like to try it again. I thought it was pretty much fun, but I don't know if I'd ever buy a full size. Maybe I'd buy a small size. At this point in my life, after doing this no-buy year, high-end products have to be really amazing for me to buy a full size. Like, it has to be like a holy grail kind of situation. It can't be something that I like, and perhaps even like a lot, but if there's like less expensive comparable products I'm gonna pick those over the high-end product, and that's my relationship with this. Okay, here's another mask I used up. I actually used up the rest of it today. This is the this is actually a little ridiculous. I used it in my last skincare video, which I'm realizing after I shot it and I posted it, I kind of hate a lot of the products. I mean, I don't hate the products, but it was a bad representation of good skincare that I'm liable to use. A lot of the skincare I used in that video were not bad, but not the best. So I think I really need to do a skincare video that's a little bit more comprehensive that represents some of my favorite products that I would recommend in a big way. And I did use this mask in that video. It's fun. A Glam Glow Gravity Mud Firming Treatment Mask, and this is like the Sonic collaboration, so it's like decorated to be like metallic blue, which is really fun. And it was fun for that thumbnail of that skincare video. I can smell the fragrance in it. Like the problem with Glam Glow products is that a lot of them are really fragrant and a lot of them are for show. The fragrance and the experience and the aesthetics of the brand seems to outweigh its actual skincare benefits. Like those things seem to be more important than the actual benefits that they are looking to provide for you. You know, certain Glam Glow products I've heard people like swear by, including this Gravity Mud treatment. Like, I definitely feel like it's tightening, but I won't be repurchasing this because it's, even though I can feel it being tightening, I don't feel like it's a extraordinary enough result for me to pursue it again, especially because I feel like I'm outgrowing peel-off masks. This is a peel-off mask. I don't want the pulling, even though I think this mask isn't particularly painful, especially to remove, especially if you layer it on generously. You're supposed to layer these masks on generously. If you put it too thin, you're going to end up doing more picking and pulling than you need to. Yeah, this was fun. It was cute, but I won't be repurchasing it. Another mask I finally used up this month. I actually had this for a while. This is a fresh mask from Lush that I got in France. That's why, or not in France, but in Canada. That's why it's in French. It's the Amalgame d'Algue mask from Lush. It's one of their fresh masks, and it's got nutritious seaweed and soothing aloe vera, keep things calm and cool. I think I actually talked about this mask in one of my favorites videos, even though I feel like it's a little bit dry because it's kind of got this like clay base, or it feels like it's got a clay base. But at the same time, every time I used it, my skin felt really soft, like baby soft and touchable and like nice. I really liked the effect that it left on my skin. And it's not the most hydrating in the world, but I feel like the seaweed and the aloe vera did have an effect. The touchable nature of my skin after using this mask, it was really fun. It just, I don't know, it's one of those great masks from Lush. And it's the first fresh mask that I've tried from Lush, and I'm really interested in trying more of them. I think I'd like to try one of the rose ones or something a little bit more hydrating, a little more goopy. This one was really fun to try. It does have fragrance in it, but it's really, there's like a lot of ingredients in this, and the fragrance is really down low on their ingredient list. Plus, I just love Lush. I'm a sucker for Lush. One more mask, and this is just like a sheet mask from the brand Wonder, and it's the Makai Berry Antioxidant Mask. It's purple, and I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think. Yeah, really nice, like brightening, like a little bit hydrating sheet mask. I actually think I used this on like New Year's Day. Yeah, I did. It smells good. The serum is really thin, so it absorbed really well. The mask itself was really nice and like calming and cooling. And oh, I almost forgot to mention about this mask. It's really cooling. You do keep it in the fridge, so it's obviously already cool, but it's also got that seaweed and aloe, which I feel like helps to calm your skin if it's irritated and just soothe it. So it's calming and soothing too. So I like that about that. And I feel like this is like soothing in a different way. And yeah, I feel like it was nourishing, brightening, nice. But I don't think I'd ever repurchase this again out of all the sheet masks I've ever tried. I really enjoyed trying it, but not going to repurchase it. But it was especially nice to have now. Right now I don't have a vitamin C in my skincare routine. I can't wait to finish my Caprice serum so I can introduce another vitamin C into my routine. Oh, I just found yet another one of these Dr. Dennis Gross packets, so there's even more of that. So next up we have just a little packet of serum, like a little serum sample from the brand Institut Estederm, Paris, and it's their Concentré Cellulaire Serum Fondamental. Oh, I didn't have to say that in French at all because it says it in English right below it. Cellular Concentrate Fundamental Serum. I like this. I don't really understand what it's supposed to be doing, but I felt like my skin was like sturdier and stronger and had more bounce when I used this. And I don't know, I feel like the ingredients did not compete with some of the ingredients in some of my other skincare routine steps. And I think I'd like to try this again one day. I think I'd like to repurchase this, but I think I'd have to do a little bit more research about it, but I did really like it based on just this sample alone. And that's really interesting to me. If anybody can explain to me why I might have felt like my skin was like sturdier and stronger and bouncier, I like it. I'd like to introduce this into my life again one day. Okay, I think next is gonna be like moisturizers and like sleeping masks and stuff. So I have a handful of minis here. So the first one I finished this month was this moisturizer from Pixi, and it's their Pixi Skin Treats HDO Skin Drink Moisturizer. It has a really fun texture. It almost feels like a little bit silicone-y, but it's like starts off as a gel and like turns into a watery silicone kind of feeling. The smell is nice, but at the same time, I worry that this smell smells artificial. Like I feel like it's fragrance. It's not a natural smell. And it appears to not have, nope. Ooh, yikes. Seems to have a bunch of flower extracts, so I don't know if any of those could be irritating, and fragrance is right in the middle of the ingredients list. So I felt like my skin felt a lot more hydrated when I was using this, but I noticed that fragrance really like powerfully, and that makes me not trust it over time. Like it was fun to use this little sample and, you know, I used it up, but I wouldn't use this all day, every day for years on end. I feel like eventually my skin would not like it for that long. It was fun to use while it lasted. And, you know, this might be really fun for somebody that's like young and isn't trying, you know, doesn't have particularly irritable skin and isn't worried about aging right now. I think kind of in a lot of ways Pixi is marketed towards those people. But there's other products from Pixi that I do really enjoy. I really like their Hydrating Milky Mist, and I'm really interested in trying their double cleanse that they like partnered with Caroline Herons to make, so I really like to try that one day, but this is not something that I think I'd repurchase, but I did enjoy using it. It was a pleasant little moisturizer to use. Really unique too, really unique texture. This was really interesting. Now I'll talk about them together because they're related. This is the Dr. Roebuck's No Worries Hydrating Face Moisturizer. Looks like this. It looked like this. This was really nice. I like this. Really, if you like thick moisturizers, this is a nice thick moisturizer. It's very hydrating, and I feel like it's almost kind of like protective because it is so thick. There's just like, it creates like a barrier on your face that like protects your skin. It's got hyaluronic acid, macadamia oil, and vitamin E. And what's interesting about this is its texture, its thick texture reminds me a little bit of this product here. I mentioned this in a favorites video a while back. This is another one that's pretty much empty. I'll go ahead and empty it out right now, actually. This is like a moisturizer that I will put anywhere. This is the Jason Vitamin E Moisturizing Creme. And I think there's something about the ingredient vitamin E. It's really good for skin. It's really restorative and rich. And I feel like that's what's making both of these moisturizers really thick. The vitamin E, I think, because it's so rich, such a rich ingredient, it's very hydrating, it's very restorative. I think it's kind of like an anti-inflammatory and healing ingredient, you know. It's recommended for like angular dermatitis, like if you get, you know, cracks in your lips. Vitamin A and vitamin E is like apparently good for that. to help heal that and, you know, make your skin more resilient, stronger, so it prevents you from getting angular dermatitis again. And yeah, I really love how well this hydrated, how well it protected my skin. I feel like it was very, even though it was so thick, it was not an irritating moisturizer whatsoever. I feel like it was just one of those, like, for dry people, can't go wrong kind of ingredients. Like, I feel like it's good for sensitive, dry skin. I don't think oily people would like this very much because how it is. I feel like your oils would compete with it a lot and like it would get pushed around on your face. Like, I don't know. If you're somebody that like loves this stuff, you're oily, actually let me know about that in the comments. I'd love to know. But yeah, this is another product that's from Sephora. And I used up the very last bit of this stuff just now. This is the Jason Vitamin E Moisturizing Creme. Another moisturizer that I absolutely love. This I will be repurchasing for sure at one point. I'm going to wait for a little while. I want to make some more empties. Like, I want to use up as much product as I can before I repurchase this. But this is just, I don't know. I really love it because it's such a multi-purpose cream. The vitamin E, I feel like, is really restorative. It's really thick. It's super moisturizing. And you can put this stuff anywhere. I mostly use this stuff as like a body moisturizer, but I have put it on my face. It's really thick on the face, but it still works for me, especially in the middle of winter. My skin tends to be extra parched and extra thirsty, so this definitely is a great skin drink, and I especially love this on the hands. It really is magical on the hands. Yeah, I think something about that vitamin E. Wouldn't it be funny if I like collaborated with Jason and like try to make a version of this that has like almond oil or something like that? That would be like a great hand cream. And yeah, I feel like both of these products are really gentle, great for sensitive skin, sensitive dry skin. And I believe that they're like protective, so love those. Another sample, this is one of my most recently used up little guys. This is the Boscia Cactus Water Moisturizer sample. And this little sample packet actually got me like good 5 uses out of it, and I love this. I love it. I feel like it's really hydrating. I feel like a lot of people would really like this product. The texture is really unique and awesome. It's like a gel-based texture, but it's like really hydrating, sinks into the skin really nicely. A luxurious experience all around. I don't know what else to say to like express how much I really like this. I can tell that the cactus, and I want to say that there's aloe in here. Like, I feel like this product has aloe because of how hydrating it is, how calming and soothing it is. Doesn't look like there's any fragrance, which I love about that. I want to buy more of this stuff. I like this enough to want to buy more. Like, I think it might be my favorite like gel moisturizer I've ever tried. It just, oily people would love this, dry people would love this. Oh, I want to get more. I like it. And I think cactus water is one of those great hydrating ingredients because, you know, if you know anything about cacti, you know that they kind of like retain water. That's what their main function in the universe is, you know, they pop up in deserts and as a way to just kind of attract what little water there is and retain it. And I feel like when you put it into a skincare ingredient, I feel like all those amazing cactus water like benefits get put right onto your skin for your skin to enjoy, and I like it. I don't know which one of these I should mention first. This one's more of a makeup product, so I guess I'll go into this one first. This is the, oh, they're both Carez, I just realized. This is the Carez Wild Rose Sleeping Facial, Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial Moisturizer. This is awesome. I don't know, it's a night sleeping moisturizer, like a nice thick little night cream, and it smells incredible. I love something with a rose scent. It's got vitamin C, so that's an active that brightens your skin, and it's really beautiful. It smells amazing. It's a really luxurious feeling cream. It's thick, but it still sinks into your skin. But I feel like it's made with wild rose oil, vitamin C, and hyaluronic acid. So yeah, it definitely works to hydrate and brighten and just make your skin look awesome. I don't know if, you know, wild rose oil is like naturally fragrant like that, or if there's fragrance added, but the rose scent is just, I love it, but I need to do a little bit more research about whether or not it is fragranced and if it's gonna be an irritating product. I don't know if Hiram's done a video about Korez. I bet that's gonna happen any second now. But, you know, as far as vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and wild rose oil, I feel like those are great ingredients to include. But this is a product that I use very slowly. Probably too slowly, honestly, because it says it goes bad in 6 months. I only use this like once every 2 weeks, so a little mini like this lasts me all year. I'd like to welcome this back into my life, but I don't think I need to buy a full tub because I don't use it often enough. There's no way I would ever use it so often that I would use it up in 6 months, like a full size. So I'm gonna hold off on this for a while, but I think maybe one day I'm gonna try to get another sample or something from Sephora. I think that'd be really nice. I really like this product. And I'll go ahead and mention this other little guy right here. Even though it's more of a makeup product, it's also from Korez, and many of the things that I like about this stuff, I kind of like about this stuff too. This is the Korez Greek Yogurt Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I used this as my moisturizer today, and I try to only use this moisturizer at on days that I think I'm going to wear makeup, like today. It's great. I love the way it feels on the skin. It does have, like, I feel like all Korez products has that kind of like old lady smell, but like a fancy old lady, like an old lady that like has worked at Vogue for 50 years or whatever, or like worked at MAC for a long time, like a fancy old lady, the kind of old lady I would like to be one day. It hydrates nicely, like it makes your skin not feel parched, especially if you're planning on wearing like maybe even kind of dry cakey makeup. I feel like it counteracts the cakiness of that makeup, which makes it a great priming moisturizer, but it hydrates your skin and delivers a great like protective barrier for your skin and hydrates it and gets it ready for makeup. And it's also sticky, leaves a little bit of a tacky finish, which is, you know, annoying if you aren't gonna wear makeup, but nice if you are gonna wear makeup. So that's why this tiny little sample, it took me forever to use up. Nice little guy. I actually really enjoy this, but I don't think I could ever buy full size because I don't do my makeup and my skincare at the same time, so it's like hard to fit this into my routine. So there's that. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is gonna do body care, hair care, and makeup last. So body care first. So I got 3 little guys to show you today. This one's not particularly empty, but this one I empty out early on in the month. This is a hand soap. It's from Raw Sugar, got it at Target, and it's their Simply Hand Wash for Sensitive Skin. This was perfectly lovely, but I don't think I'm going to repurchase it because, you know, it's like a sensitive, non-stripping hand wash. It didn't really I cleaned my hands nicely. It didn't strip the, you know, moisture out of my hands, and it didn't really smell like anything. It wasn't particularly fragranced, but it just, I don't know, not that special. For some reason, the packaging and the marketing behind this made me think that it was going to be just something that it just isn't. It's just like a simple, non-stripping, gentle hand wash. And it's nice. There's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like I used it up really quickly. Or maybe my guests that were staying with me. Yeah, I think that's all there is to say about that. I won't be repurchasing this, but it was really nice. Really soothing, nice, calm. Okay, this was awesome. I loved this stuff. It's from the brand Rituals, and it's their Rituals of Sakura Sensational Foaming Shower Gel. So it's like an aerosol like shower gel. You pump it out and it comes out as a foam. When you spread it on, it's kind of like those gel aerosol like shaving creams. It kind of has that texture, and just the smell. It's like Japanese cherry blossom, but it's just delicious. It is such a experience in the shower. Oh my god, there's so many ingredients. What am I supposed to even do with all these ingredients? Oh, it's actually not that bad. I don't feel like these products from Rituals do that much for my skin as far as skin benefits go, but their scents are so incredible that I just can't stop. I think I will repurchase something from Rituals again in the future. I've had this strange dilemma with a lot of Rituals products, is that everything I've ever tried from this brand has had the most incredible scents, and being in the shower and using this stuff is an experience. It just feels awesome. Like, I just want to keep smelling this. It just smells so good. This little can did not have that many uses, which is a bummer. I don't think I'd buy another one of these shower gels just because, actually, The aluminum can, it's probably easier to recycle than a plastic can would, so maybe I would because of it's more valuable to recycle aluminum rather than plastic, so it is a little bit more environmentally friendly. I think I'd have to do a little bit of research about this stuff. I think it would be a long ass time before Hiram did a video on rituals, so maybe I'll do a video on rituals reviewing the whole brand. Nobody take my idea. It's my idea. Besides, I've already tried a bunch of stuff from this brand, so I think I'd actually really enjoy doing a review video on this brand. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I have a lot of ideas for making videos of bath products because of my no buy year. One of the things that I repurchased the most was bath products, so therefore I tried a lot of, like, it's one of the only things I was able to really try throughout the year was a lot of bath products, so I think I'd like to, like, review videos, you know? All in all, love the smell. Organic rice milk and cherry blossom scent. I don't think it was bad for my skin, but I don't think it was like nourishing or particularly spectacular on my skin either. But it apparently has no parabens or mineral oil, so that's cool. Yeah, Rituals of Sakura. The last product that I have to show you from the body care category. This is actually not empty yet. I feel like I'm going to use this up. Maybe not before I leave for LA, but I think I might put a little, whatever's left of this, into a little travel container so I can get rid of this big old bottle. And before February starts, I'll probably use up the rest of this. Another really great product from Dr.Teals. I think Dr.Teals might be another brand I'd like to review, like do an in-depth review on. Fragrance is really high up on the ingredients list for this body wash. This is the Dr.Teals body wash with pure Epsom salt, soothe and sleep with lavender. So that's the lavender scent body wash from Dr.Teals. And as I was saying, this is ultra moisturizing body wash with vitamin E, shea butter, aloe vera, Epsom salt. And as I was saying, fragrance is pretty high up on the ingredients list, but this is like a wash-off body product, so I don't think that's a huge problem. And I think what makes this product so amazing is all those other ingredients I just mentioned. The shea butter, the aloe vera, the Epsom salt, the vitamin E. I think all those things do amazing things for your skin. The price point for this big, giant bottle of body wash is great. I think this one was like $6, but I've gotten stuff on sale at Ulta. Not this stuff, but like a different scent at Ulta for like a little over $4 for this big bottle. Lasts you a while. Though I feel like it doesn't like foam up as much as other body washes I've tried. I feel like it's a little bit, you need to use a little bit more of this product than you would with other body washes, but still absolutely worth it. Like, for this great price point and how actually good for your skin this product is, like, and how actually nourishing and moisturizing this is, and how well it cleans, and how nicely it smells, I would recommend this product. This is great. And I probably absolutely will be buying more of this body wash for those reasons. You know, it smells great, great ingredients, good experience using this stuff, lots of, like, great value, lots of product. And I like the idea of, like, if you're gonna use plastic packaging, it better be kind of like bulk, you know? So yeah, I will be repurchasing this one day. But I'm gonna try to do a different scent. My favorite scent that I've tried so far is the black charcoal, black lava, the black one. Really awesome. That has a really sexy scent. This one's a little bit more like, meh. I don't know. That one was like so sexy and awesome. This one's just nice. You know, it's a nice scent if you like lavender. I got one more body product to mention right here. Okay, quickly I'm just going to mention this. This is like I used up a razor from Venus. This is just like their most basic, cheapest version of the Venus razors. I like the Venus razors, but I don't think you need to buy the fancy ones. I think the cheapest version is fine, and I still have a couple backups of this. And actually, I bought a package of like 8 of these cartridges, and they have lasted me well over a year. Just because my hair is thin, I don't wear out my razors that quickly. I tend to hold on to them for like 2 or 3 months at a time. So yeah, good stuff, but I don't think you need to buy the expensive kind. I think just the cheapest kind is fine. So this is a infused body buffer sponge for manis and petties from Spongelle. This actually came in like a 2-pack. There was like a little white sponge that came with it that, well, I'll go ahead and mention it actually. Stand by! So here's the little mani-pedi set from Spongelle. This is like an infused sponge. So it's got like, it's infused with like body wash. This particular sponge is like a mani-pedi spa little set. So this first one is infused with like cleansing stuff, and you're supposed to use this one for cleansing your feet and your hands, and this one's used for exfoliating. They both have like foamy stuff inside, but I used up all the foam out of this one. This one still got a little bit left. These were really fun to use. I got these in a BoxyCharm. I do feel like they exfoliated my feet and made them really soft. I didn't really use them on my hands that much. I didn't really care to, so I used these particularly on my feet. They lasted a long ass time. They, like, these Spongelles, body buffer sponges, these little infused body wash sponges, they actually have a ton of body wash inside. They last forever. Of course, I'm a little bit sparing with them, so I think mine last even longer than they need to. But even these little babies lasted me like a good 3 months. I feel that this one's a little bit rougher than this one, but I think this one I might take on my trip with me in my bag, just like as a way of having a little bit of body wash. I don't know. I'm not going to repurchase this, but Spongelle, and I've tried a Spongelle sponge before because it's not the first time I've gotten a Spongelle product inside of a BoxyCharm. This is the second time. It's a fun brand. I think the main benefits from Spongelle products is that they're exfoliating, but also cleansing. So if that's what you want out of your body care, then go for it. Definitely try out some Spongelle products. These were fun, but not the most nourishing product I've ever tried, but good for exfoliating. Here's what I'll mention first. So now we're getting into the hair care category, and I finally, at the end of 2018, I bought a bunch of like Briogeo products, basically sets and stuff, and I was able to score 2 of these full-size guys. I think I just bought this one as like a little single because I had tried a mini of this product from Briogeo and I really liked it, so I wanted more of it while it was on sale. And then this came in like a gift set. This is the Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal Exfoliating Shampoo. Looks like this. It's really awesome. This is a great exfoliating shampoo. I really loved what it did for my scalp. I have some scalp issues. I've got psoriasis on my scalp, and I've noticed that when I exfoliate my skin on my body that has psoriasis on it, my psoriasis does better. So I bought some of this stuff to help with that too, and I feel like it did. It helped control my psoriasis. I feel like it dries out your hair a little bit, but it's worth dealing with because of how awesome it is on the scalp. It just helps the scalp so much. It just, I don't know, I just feel cleansed and better. It smells great. The smell has like a little bit of a coconutty smell, and the exfoliating particles in it are like so finely milled so they're not like scratching or hurting your scalp. It just makes your scalp feel so much better after you use the stuff. And I think one day I would repurchase these, but I do have other scalp exfoliators I need to try out that I have to go through, including I think a mini of this stuff kicking around somewhere. I actually really love the charcoal / coconutty scent of this stuff too. It's also a little bit tingling, you know. I feel like it stimulates the scalp a little bit too, so I feel like that might be helpful with like hair growth and stuff. Really like this. And this is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. Looks like that. This is one of the best deep conditioning masks I've ever tried. It just really does a good job of just like making your hair stronger, softer. I tend to use these 2 products together on days that I'm not using my Nioxin. I'm sure you guys have heard like 1,000 influencers in the world talk about Briogeo products and how great they are. I think they are really good. I tried a lot of different deep conditioning masks, just like a ton. I think out of all the ones that I tried, this was like really far up there. This might be my favorite one I think I might have ever tried. You can leave this on for up to 20 minutes and you can even like hit it with like some warm, like a hair dryer or whatever, to really get it to sink in. I think I'd like to do that too. And my ends are a little bit parched. I think I just need to cut them off. I think my ends are dead. Yeah, really good stuff. I really like this stuff. Recommend Briogeo fully. I won't be repurchasing this for a little while, but I think one day I will repurchase this. I just don't know when just yet. Next up is the rest of my Nioxin products. I don't know if you guys know this, but like at some point in 2018 when I was shopping crazily, I bought way too much Nioxin shampoo and conditioner, and like I think I bought like three-step systems, so I definitely got way more than a year's supply of shampoo and conditioner. Now that I've used up, and I also have some of this stuff, some more Nioxin stuff in here, I can give you guys a little bit of my thoughts about this finally. I've used up, there's a little bit left of this shampoo, and I'm going to go ahead and use up the rest of it. I think there's like this much left, but the conditioner's pretty much gone. It's probably going to be all gone by the end of January. And at this point, I don't know, since the time I started using Nioxin, my hair's gotten pretty long. But it hasn't really gotten like thicker, or I don't know if the integrity of my hair is that different, especially because I've been keeping it pretty natural all year long, like all of 2019. I haven't really been dyeing my hair or doing anything crazy to it at all. I dyed it once at the end of 2018, and I just left it for all of 2019. And that's why you can kind of tell where my hair used to be bleached. My hair has gotten longer. When I started using Nioxin, it was like recommended to me by all types of people, being like, every time I would complain about my hair being thin, short, or that it grows slowly, or it's very thin, or it breaks, like all my hair complaints, I have lots of them. They'd be like, oh, try Nioxin. And after hearing so many people recommend it to me, I was really like ready and waiting for it to change my life. And do I feel like it changed my life? No. Hard no. Has my hair gotten longer? Yeah. Has it gotten thicker? I don't think so. Like, maybe a little, but like nothing groundbreaking at all. Especially because I even used up this. This is the Nioxin 3D Intensive Hair Booster. This is specifically, I think, designed to stimulate hair growth and thicker hair growth. Maybe I'm old and losing my hair, and just this stuff is just making my hair normal. I mean, I guess the test is going to be when I go off of this stuff and start using regular ass shampoo again after using this stuff for 2 years, like almost 2 years. I've been using Nioxin nonstop. I guess the real test is going to be what's going to happen next. But I think part of the reason that my hair has grown as much as it did is because I stopped cutting it. You know, before I started using Nioxin, I would get my hair cut like every 2 to 3 months, because I thought that's what you're supposed to do if you want your hair to grow. You're supposed to cut off the ends to keep it less breaky. You know, I also read in a forum somewhere that that's a myth. If you want your hair to grow, don't cut it. And I'm just like, well, actually, I think that makes more sense. Don't cut it if you want it to get long. I'm not going to be repurchasing this. I'm actually really excited to see how my life changes, like how my hair reacts after I go off of this stuff. I'll use up whatever's left here. I have like 1 or 2 conditioner uses left in here, maybe 5 more shampoos left in here. It's possible that I used it wrong, because I don't like to wash my hair every day because it dries out my scalp like crazy, dries out my hair like crazy. I've never been somebody that washes my hair every day. My entire life, I've always washed it every other day. And when I got into the beauty industry, I learned that maybe you can, like, I should experiment with washing it even less than that. So now I'm kind of at like washing it every 3 to 5 days, depending on how scraggly things are feeling. You know, I have a really dry scalp, so I could even go, I've actually experimented with not washing it for a week before. I can't do it for that long because the ends of my hair get really tangled, so I like to hit it with some conditioner and get it nice and smooth again. So I think with the Nioxin, to get it to be more effective, I think you're supposed to use it every single day, but like this isn't like a particularly hydrating formula. This formula in particular is more moisturizing than some of the other formulas I've tried. I still feel like it's like, I can't wash my hair every day with this stuff. It will dry me up. Maybe in the summer I could try washing it every day. But yeah, like I said, it didn't change my life the way I hoped it to. So I used up one of these little scalp treatments. I tried like the orange one, the purple one, and the silver one. And I just am not impressed. I really was hoping for it to change my life. And my consensus is that it's nice, it cleans your hair. I think the conditioners are a little bit more effective than the shampoos. The conditioners leave a little bit of a tingly sensation on the scalp, so I feel like that makes it a little bit more, it stimulates the scalp, makes things happen in the scalp a little bit. But Nothing groundbreaking. I want to try the banana shampoo from Beer&Beauty. That's, I think, what I'm going to get next. Now we're going to get into makeup. I have quite a few makeup empties here, actually. Here's the least exciting empty. This is just like a little mini of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is just in the shade Brunette. I used this up this month. I don't think they make the shade Brunette anymore. I think they turned it into medium brown. I obviously love Brow Wiz. It's one of the finest, like most utilitarian, like easy to use brow products ever, but it's expensive and it goes too quickly. It's like, it's really easy to use this product up, especially this mini. Like this mini, I had it kicking around for a long time. I kept it in my kit, but I decided to just try to use up stuff in my kit. I had been kind of like saving for the client that really needs it. And I realized I had been keeping this brow pencil in my kit for like a year. With like one use left in it. So I decided to just use it up, and I love Brow Wiz. I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna continue to keep it in my kit because it is really utilitarian sometimes. It really does help certain people construct a brow, and I like having it there for that reason. And I like to use it on myself once in a while. Next up is I used up this mini of the Hourglass Veil Translucent powder. It looks like this. It's a mini. I actually took out the stopper because this stopper is actually really annoying to use. It's cute that it's got a little H shape, but perhaps in the full size it's a little bit less annoying to use. I feel like maybe in the full size it disperses the product a little bit better, but because this H is so small, I feel like a lot of the powder just kind of gets stuck in there. So eventually, to get this product all used up, I had to take out the spot stopper, but this is like the best setting powder on the market. It's amazing. It's for dry people at least. If you're oily, you probably are going to want a setting powder that's a little bit more oil controlling, but this one's not really that for you. I mean, a little bit, but this is actually the most perfect setting powder for people with dry skin or mature skin because it doesn't make you look cakey. It's really finely milled, but it just stops that concealer from moving around. I would like to buy a full size of this year with my budget. I just posted my budget video, so I'm moving to LA and I have a pro discount on Nigel's and they sell Hourglass, so I'm gonna hopefully not use too much of my budget on the super expensive setting powder. Maybe I'll get another mini, I don't know. And last thing in the box is I've got 2 setting sprays that I used up. I guess I'll talk about this one first. This is the primer water from Smashbox. There's a little bit of product here left, but it's actually this is inside here because I couldn't get this bottle to spray anymore, but I could tell that there was more liquid in it, so I poured it into here, and this is dispersed, getting me to use up every last drop because that's the kind of thrifty maniac that I am. The Smashbox primer water. It's just a good, really good, normal like setting spray. It sets your makeup, it primes your makeup. It's not really more extraordinary than other setting sprays that I've tried, but it's very good. It works. Like, it doesn't work better than my favorite setting sprays, but it's not worse than my least favorite setting sprays. It's just good. It's just normal. I would welcome it back into my life if it did come to me, but I probably would never buy it again. So that's my stance on primer water. I've used it below my makeup and above my makeup. I think I like it better below my makeup than on top of my makeup, but it works both ways. This is something I would repurchase again. This is actually, I think, an essential tool in my freelance makeup kit. This is the Skindinavia Bridal Finishing Makeup Spray. This is a lot like the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. It's a little different. I feel like this one's a little bit glowier, but both have the same kind of lasting power. The way I set all of my clients' faces is usually the same. If they're a little bit drier, I'll probably spray them down with MAC Fix Plus first and then set them with this. MAC Fix Plus I use to get them to look really glowy and really melt their makeup together to get that like natural look. I love it. I'm obsessed. And this one I use on top of that one to further make it a little bit dewy, but also get it to last really nicely too. And I do that to everybody. It's awesome. It's a great combination. I recommend that combination, honestly, especially if you're dry or like normal to dry skin. If you're oily, I think I probably would skip the MAC and I would just use the oil slick setting spray from Urban Decay. Whatever setting spray I think I might like to use on you that day. Maybe it's Ben Nye Final Seal, maybe it's this, maybe it's, I don't know, I have a ton of setting sprays inside my kit. Watch my kit video if you want to learn all about that. Here's one more empty I have to throw in real quick. I forgot to mention it, so I'm mentioning it now. This is my NARS Vanilla Concealer, the little mini. I scraped the edges of it. It is completely toast, and I think I will repurchase it because I've decided that as far as concealers to use inside of a makeup artist's kit, this NARS one can't be beat. Like, it's, I don't know, out of all the ones I've tried in my kit, I just like this one the best, and that's why it's empty, because I just constantly am reaching for it. It works on oily people, dry people, old people, young people. And vanilla, I think, is my shade in the winter. Custard is more my shade in the summer. And I think I'd like to buy a full size of this stuff. I think it's really good. I like it. But I think I'm going to wait to empty out like one more concealer. I have so many concealers that are like really low. And I think now that this is out of circulation, I might use those a little bit more. But I really love this concealer. It's really full coverage, but not cakey. I've actually seen people like wear it as a foundation. It's very full coverage as a foundation, but it still works. You can do it. Where I'm at with that, I really like this concealer, and I think I'm probably going to repurchase it one day. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Yeah, that is it, guys. That is my December empties, a little bit of January. I mentioned a little bit in the beginning of the video about how like I love that I did this no buy year because I really got to know a lot of products. I used up so much stuff. I feel like as an environmentalist, this no buy was incredible. I forgot what I was saying. I had to switch my battery because it died, but yeah, last empties video. I'm shooting this apartment. I will see you again for the next empties video when I do the next one in my new apartment in the end of February. Hey guys, this is so many feelings. I'm feeling so many things. This empties video is actually inspiring me to do a lot of other reviews. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to do review further on this channel, like perhaps Nioxin. I feel like I could do a really comprehensive review of the Nioxin, or even Carez. I mentioned doing a review of the brand Carez, or any of the body care products that I mentioned. Let me know what you'd like me to do. I want to make content you guys are going to enjoy, so let me know what you're more likely to keep watching me for, what kind of content, and I'll make that for you. I mean, probably. Other than that, check out my merch down below in the description. Check out some of the other videos that I mentioned in this video are going to be down in the description, and all the stuff. And check me out on social media. That will also be down. But that is it, guys. I have to start putting lots of things in boxes, including all of these lights and this setup. I have to pack. I'm freaking out. There's so much to do. That's it. That's okay. It's fine. It's exciting. I'm excited. Things are changing. Yes. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I really enjoyed hanging out with you. Until next time, cheers. Bye!